Hey guys, this reading is going to be for the sign of Aries for January 2023. Please keep in mind that these are just general readings and they will not resonate with all of you. Only keep the messages that resonate and discard the rest. This will be for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Take a look at all of your signs to get a clearer picture of what's going on in your life. All right, let's see what's going on with my Aries gang. My Venus is in Aries, so I really resonate with this. So I'm always excited to hear these readings. Alright, let's see what's going on. Hope you guys had good holiday if you guys celebrate. And with the new year coming up, hope nothing but the best in 2023 for all of y'all. All right. So I show that something that you were like expecting to come in, something that you fought for, something that you put a lot of energy into, like it didn't work out the way that you imagined for it to work out, but I'm showing here that it worked out in a way, or it's going to work out in a way that is unexpected for you. However, it seems like the universe had a lot to do with this. It's like you expected for things to go one way, for them to work out. And I think this was like a lesson from the universe, kind of showing you that even if things don't go the way that you think that they should go, it doesn't mean that they won't work out. So I think that this was a lesson about how, to give the universe space, to give the universe room to bring in things for you. So it's kind of like, it's kind of telling you to be more general in how you manifest, because if you're too specific, it's difficult for the universe to work in that like confined space of, for this to turn out like this and this and this and this has to happen. And that's just like too much for, it's just too many rules. So you got to be like more general in how, basically the way that the manifestation works is that you have to imagine the outcome, right? You have to imagine and feel the outcome as already has happened to be in the energy of what you want to manifest, right? So basically this is telling you to be more general and just be like more curious about how thing manifests in your life, rather than being so, like, I keep hearing rigid or stone, like very, very, like, you don't give the universe enough space to work for you. And this was a lesson in that even though things didn't go the way that you imagined, they worked out so much more better than you could have imagined. And you know what I'm talking about, Aries. Everybody that this is your story, you'll know exactly what I mean. And it's funny that the spirit is pushing this, because now it's telling me that you were so worried that this was not going to work out because things were not going the way that they were going. So it's like pushing that home again, right? That you should be more open to things just not going the way that you plan. Things sometimes don't work out the way that you imagine, but they do work out, right? So what's important here, I think the lesson was that first of all, no amount of worrying is going to change anything, right? So that's one lesson, not to worry about outcomes. Just believe that the outcome is going to be what you expect. And all the steps along the way on how to get that to happen are not really, I heard it's not really your business. That's like the universe's business to have it turn out in a way to have your final wish, right? So just be open and talk to the universe. Be like, Surprise me, universe. I don't know how this is going to happen. I know that you guys are going to do it for me. I don't know how it's going to turn up, but I know that it's going to turn up. That kind of mentality, right? Yeah. And that's kind of like how manifestation, that not kind of, but that is how manifestation work. You got to focus on the end product, not necessarily how it's supposed to go. Like if this doesn't happen, then that's not going to happen. See, so yeah, this is just confirming that this is going to turn out like so good. This is like going to be, I don't know if this is a business for you guys or a relationship, because this shows a family. So it could be that it's a relationship it's a relationship that was going, it is just that things maybe got difficult, and it was probably on purpose, because with the Wheel of Fortune here is like the universe stepped in and changed things around on purpose in order for your wish to come true. It's like bad things had to be put in there, and also good things, but just the universe knows, right? They know all the paths, all the timelines, like every timeline of every decision that you've ever made exists. So the universe knows the outcome of everything, like all the, yes, we all have free will, but the universe knows all the choices that we could make, right, at one time, and what path it could take you off into. And the universe had to do certain things to put you on the right path, if that makes sense for you guys. Okay. All right. And I show that the path that the universe put you on is going to take you to the 10 of Pentacles, which is like your legacy, right? So if it's like a business that you built, it's like going to turn out so good. You're going to be so surprised. This is exactly what I'm talking about, because you expected it to go one way, and yes, it would have been successful that way, but the universe had something bigger in store for you. They wanted to make this like really successful. They wanted you to know that this was your legacy, that this is where you're supposed to go. I know you thought that things should have gone a different way, and you might not be at the successful stage. It's probably still at the stage that you're wondering why things are going not the way that you planned, but I heard in my head going wrong. But it's just that it's not going the way that you expected it to go. And that does not mean that it's not going to be successful. So just keep thinking about your end goal. If this is a relationship, same. Think about the end goal and just think positive, because, things usually work out, right? Things usually work out. You just give the universe space and room to make changes for you, to make things turn out the way you want. And most of the time, it turns out so much better than you expected, because the universe is working in your favor. So, and the 10 of Pentacles, like I said, that's like a legacy. You're going to be leaving like a legacy behind. And it could be money for some of you. It could be both. It could be family and money. But I show that whatever you were wishing for, whether it was a business or a love relationship, even though it wasn't going the way you thought, it's going to work out. And for a business, this would be like a legacy that you're living, that that you're leaving behind for like future generations, like first self-made millionaire, something like that. In a relationship, it's going to be like, I hear generational curses, like you're going to be breaking some kind of generational curse about relationships. I'm not getting specifics, but it could be, once again, about those records and those programmings that are playing in your head about how relationships are supposed to go for them to work out. Like you're changing. So maybe some unhealthy patterns that your family has ingrained into you, you probably broke those unhealthy patterns by just going with the flow with this relationship because you really wanted it, right? And the legacy that's with that relationship, it's these grandparents, which is, you and the person that you're going to end up with, and the future generations. And that's why it's considered a legacy as well, if it's a relationship, because these are like future generations, grandkids and all that stuff. So that's really beautiful. I like that for you guys. And I think that I strongly believe that the universe was just trying to show you, see, that everything's going to work out, right? the universe was just trying to show you and teach you a lesson that they're really pushing this home, guys, with with the Aries, okay? And this message, makes a lot of sense because yes, I'm a planner. I expect things to go a certain way for them to turn out a certain way, right? I'm a creature of habit, and that's how I've always been. I like structure. I like things to go a certain way, and if they don't, I do start doubting the ending. So I completely understand where you guys are coming from, my dear Aries, and this is a message that even though things are not working out how you expect, it does not mean that they're not going to work out. They're going to work out better than you expect because you've already given the universe permission to come into your life and change things as they see fit for your highest good. And your highest good is for this legacy to turn out. Whatever this business that you have that's going to help. I mean, we all have a purpose, right, guys? And the universe was trying to help you find yours. And this business that you have now, whether you opened a business, it was probably a business that you thought was going to be for you, and it turned out to be a different business that turned out for you. Kind of like the relationship stuff, right? You thought that the relationship should go one way for it to work out, but it didn't. It went a different way, even better than what you expected, even though if it was different. So I'm not going to keep rambling. It's the same message over and over again. Just that message to give the universe room to make your wishes and your dreams come true. Just because it doesn't go how you expect doesn't mean that it's not going to work out. So that's the messages I have for you, my dear Aries. And it's probably for the new year, right? For a whole year of manifesting for 2023. So that was a lovely message for y'all. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, and thank you so much for coming to my channel today. I feel blessed and honored to be able to connect with so many of you and to help y'all level up and have a better life and be the architect of your dreams. All right, guys, see y'all next week, and thank you. Bye.